Is Melee Macchiato good in Black Ops 6 Zombies? BO6 Zombies just came out, and with the game, we got a brand new perk called Melee Macchiato. And basically, in short, what it does is that it replaces your knife and makes you like punch the zombies. Basically, think of it of like the Iron Fist from Origins. Now the real question is this perk even good? And well, I'm going to be reviewing it, and honestly, my thoughts are on this perk are that this perk is actually a lot of fun to use, but it's not really all that great in the high rounds. Now let me explain. In the early rounds, you one punch the zombies and it's a ton of fun to use. Like, this is probably one of the most fun perks we've ever gotten in a pretty long time, honestly. And I also do want to make it clear, I have not used any of the augments for this perk, which I'm pretty sure will probably make it better. And the reason why I say that is because there is an augment where you can punch zombies in a group, while if you don't have that, you can only melee one zombie at a time, which I think is its downfall, or it's, you know, what the perk lacks of. You know, it's kind of hard to use in the later rounds, as when there's piles of zombies, hordes of zombies, and you're just punching one, you kind of get yourself stuck in a way. So I'm sure once I get that augment for this perk, it would make it 10 times better. But right now, based on what I've used for the base version, it's really good in the early rounds, but once you get later on, it just kind of dies down with the damage, and also it's kind of like hard to use when you're in like training situations, or like, you know, when there's hordes of zombies. As when you melee a zombie, you kind of get like stuck with the, you know, crowd of zombies, so you're kind of like setting yourself up with failure when you do that. And that's where I feel like the augment would make this perk 10 times better, which I'm sure once I try it, the perk will feel so much better. But so far with the base version, it feels very weak unless it's like the early rounds. And the best way I can kind of like describe this perk is as if you're like buying the Bowie knife, but instead you're punching zombies, which I feel is kind of not that great in my opinion. But I will not lie, when I first started using this perk, it was so much fun to use. Like, punching the zombies, like, it feels satisfying. I will give it that. You just seen them flying, you're literally punching the zombie. Like, it's sick as fuck, but it just isn't really all that great or useful. I mean, thank God there is no perk limits within this game, so you don't have to worry about that. I mean, you can grab it, you know, if you want, if you're, you know, have a bunch of points to spare. But overall, the perk isn't really all that great. I definitely do think there should be a buff with it, but this is, you know, me not using the augments for it. So I'm sure once I probably use it, it will probably be 10 times better. But so far with the base version, it is just not really all that great in my opinion. But I do think with the augments, this perk would probably be up there with one of the better perks. Like, oh, I want to buy this perk because it's actually good in the later rounds with the augments and all that. That's what I hope. But we'll have to see. We'll have to try it out. But overall, I think this perk is fun to use, but when it comes to, you know, utility and usefulness, it's not really that great to buy in my opinion. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.